Well, I made it down to Eastern Kentucky University. It's about 10:15 in the morning. I've already worked on my running route. Um, my route will take me starting in this parking lot here. It's by a dorm called Telford Hall, and I'll begin running down some side streets, and I'm going to point these side streets out. This is called Summit Street, and I'm going to run past the street where I used to live on when I was a junior and senior in college, and go to the next street past, and then come back, and I'll run up it. It's a pretty big hill where I used to live on, and I'll run by that, and then back down this street that you're seeing here, and then I'm going to make a right onto this street right here that leads down into more of the city. And I'm going to run through a couple city streets and then come back, and you might see where that car is. Anyway, down to that street, and then up onto Lancaster, which goes right in front of the university, and then down and make a left on, and I'm going to point this out. I'm going to drive my car and show you the route, and which goes by the Coliseum, and then by the football stadium, and then back to Telford, where I will begin. And depending on what time I get back, I want to run at least an hour. I may go past this parking lot and go back down some more side streets to get in the whole time. So we'll see how it looks. But okay, I'm gonna get in my car and do a little driving, and I'll film again in just a bit. Okay, I just left Telford Hall. The street right here is the street I'm sorry, it's the wrong street. The street up here is a street I used to live on. It's to the left. I'm going to go past this street on my run and go down to this street down here, which I'm going to make a left. Down this street here. I'll be running downhill, so that'd be a blessing, right? And some Oh, it is such a beautiful day. It's about 82 degrees. Oh, by the way, I got on my EKU shirt that I'm going to wear this morning, which I'll be running about, I say about 20 minutes. I'll be able to start my run. So I'm a little bit ahead of schedule that I planned out, so I'm kind of excited about that. Okay, this is the main street of Richmond I'm turning on, and this next street here I'll be making a left on my run. I'll turn in front, yeah. Make a left here, and this is the street. It's called Smith Ballard, and this is the street that I lived on my junior and senior year when I was newly married. And I'm going to pull off in front of where I used to live, and it's really run down. It was such a beautiful home that we rented from. Anyway, I'm going to get out and kind of go over this just a little bit. I have to go up a little bit farther, and then I'll come back because it's kind of congested here. All right, I'm going to get out of my car. Hope I don't get in trouble filming. Oh wow, it's such a beautiful day. I'm out walking right now. Anyway, this yellow brick house, it was such a beautiful house, so well kept, and it's really gone down. And you see behind this house, the apartments, that apartment building, that's where I lived for 2 years. Okay, now I'm going to work my way back to the car. In my, I wear a, what's that called? A fanny pack wrapped around my waist when I run. And in that fanny pack, I have some doggy spray. I don't see any doggies anywhere, but you never know if you're going to come across a doggy. I have to spray them to get them away, but we'll see if it happens. I don't think it will. All right, we'll continue on. I am so pumped. It's about a 2-hour drive to get here, and on my way down, I listened to Revelation. I made it all the way through the whole book of Revelation once, and almost to the end the second time. What a blessing! Just listening to the book of Revelation as I drove down this morning. All right, now I'm back on Summit, and I'm going to go down to a street called Madison. And the name of this county is actually Madison County, so maybe the street is named after the county. Here we're back to the parking lot where I'll begin my run, and then I'll come back to this street here and make a right. And this leads back down towards Main Street of Richmond, Kentucky. Another blessing, I'll be running down this hill. At this traffic light, I'm going to be making a left. When I drove this before, this traffic light, wow. Oh, great, it turned green already. Last time I had to sit for a pretty long time. All right, now this next street by Subway, past Subway, where I'll be turning at this next light, I'll be making a left on my run, which leads back up towards campus. This building here used to be Specs, called Specs. It was the bar in town that everybody went to drink. Not me. I was too much of a mama's baby. Wow. This truck, I can't see to go. I have to let this car go. All right, I'm going to try it. We'll see. Okay. All right, now we're coming back up towards campus. To the left here, it would lead back to that Telford Hall where I begin my race. But I'll be coming down here. It's going to have a little bit of a grade. Now, there's not many hills on this run. It's almost embarrassed about it. But out of this stop sign, I'm going to make a right. Now this leads up to Lancaster Drive, which runs in front of the campus, and okay, this is a hill, but this is about the last hill I'll have. Then it's pretty much flat till the very end. All right, see if I can catch this green light. What do you think? Nope. Okay, this gives me time. This house over here, I believe that's the president's house. But this campus, when I began in 1972, it's a beautiful campus, and it's still beautiful. It's just well maintained. They keep such good care of it, and I always feel good coming back. I try to do it once a year, and so I can't wait to get started. So I'll probably, depending on how long I have to sit at traffic lights, This tape will probably go just about another 5 minutes, and that'll be good. Okay, I'm going to kind of hold over here. This is the kind of some of the older buildings on campus here. This sign says Eastern Kentucky University. I'm going to kind of hold, as I go straight, I'm going to hold it kind of to the left so you can kind of see more of the campus I'll be running in front of. This is interesting. You see that guy walking there? He's got a flag sticking out the back of his shirt. I guess he's patriotic. Amen, mister. It's actually stuck in a backpack he's wearing. I'm not making a left, but if I were to make a left, that leads up to my dorm where I was a freshman, and it's up right there. There's no sign Eastern. I don't know if I caught it or not, but we'll see. Okay, so you see I'm running down this next traffic light, and I'll be making a left. This is really it's really an aggressive course I'll be running, because I think it's gonna take me a while. I hope it doesn't take me more than 70 minutes. We'll see. I've been running since September, and I used to run 10 years ago when I first started running, and I ran for several years, and I kind of got away from it. And then last September, I just started running again, and I pretty much run 6 to 7 days a week, about 3 miles a day, and so I'm feeling like a racehorse getting ready for the race right now. I'm really excited to get started. It's such a beautiful day. All right, got a green arrow. Let's go. This is Keene Hall over here. At that time, it used to be the farthest away dorm on campus. Now the campus is spread south, so there's a lot of campus to the right, but most of the campus to the left. That's the Coliseum. I saw a lot of good basketball games there. I don't know if I'm catching. Yeah, I think I'm catching it. Got to also catch this red light. Listen, I'm not that good enough driver to be filming and driving at the same time, so I hope I make it. Okay, up here we're coming to the football stadium, which I'll make a left, and then after I make this left, it's just pretty much a straight shot back to the end. Last time I was here, this light went forever. Maybe I'll get a better break on this light as well. But that's the football stadium, and Sandy and I had season tickets. I think the last 2 years, we didn't sit in the student section. We actually had season tickets we bought because Sandy was working, and so we had some extra cash. So we enjoyed going to those football games. Wally Chambers, he graduated the year that I graduated, and he became a Chicago Bear. He was drafted in the first round. He became an All-Pro. I met him personally. Wow, he's a big guy. He's about 6'6", and so great times, great football back then. Yeah, this light is it's going to be another long one. But after I make this light, I'm almost finished with my taping, and then I'm going to start running. I want to turn off that radio. Oh, maybe, okay, there is a green arrow. All right, here we go. All right. Now it's pretty much, once I get here, excuse me, once I get here when I'm running, I'll feel pretty good because I'll be on my way back. just beautiful. Just a beautiful day, beautiful campus. Not many people because it's summer, so there's not much going on. Now, this light, which makes no sense to me, is red again. And last time it was lasted pretty long. So we'll see. Oh, come on. All right, she's already turned green. Then it's just a straight shot back. And all I really have, once I get here, is just one hill to finish. And when first time I ran this, when I ran up that hill, I thought, oh, wow, it's a big hill. But I've been running so much, and I've been running some pretty big hills, that when I saw it this morning, I go, what? It doesn't look that big anymore. But that's just because I guess maybe I've gotten better. All right, now to the left here, you won't be able to see it, but it's where I was. It's where I stayed when I was a sophomore, and the name of the hall was Todd Hall, and I don't know why, if that's why we named Todd my son Todd, because of Todd Hall. I don't know, but I don't remember. All right, now it's just a straight shot back. I'm gonna fan off to the left. That's where a lot of the buildings are. Right here used to be a tennis court that Sandy and I played tennis. Right there's a parking lot now, but there's a tennis court, and your mom, Sandy and I would play tennis there a lot. All right, at this light, make a right and go right back up to Telford Hall. Telford Hall. Now this hill, it's not much. It's just this. But the first time I ran it, I thought, oh, wow. But we'll see. It might be hard since this is where I'll be finishing, so it might be a little bit harder. And it does go up further, because I'm going to go all the way back up to the stop sign. And depending on what time I get here, if it's at least an hour, then I'll probably stop and just go by this big tree and I'll call it an end. But depending on what time I get here, I may run back these side streets a little bit to get more time in. But my goal is to get at least an hour in. But I'm thinking it might even take me a little bit longer than an hour. So we'll just see. But I'll give you an update on how I do. I'll send a text out, let you know. But there we go. This tape lasts about 18 minutes.